Lynchburg wakes early. Fog lifts off the James River. Tobacco warehouses open their doors. Horses move slowly uphill through red clay streets. And somewhere in this city, an enslaved woman is already working. Elizabeth Keckley did not own her time, her labor, or her future, but she owned something else. And in a place like Lynchburg, skill could quietly change destiny. By the 1,830 seconds and 1,840 seconds, Lynchburg was booming. Tobacco money flowed. Enslaved labor made that prosperity possible. Elizabeth was hired out of common but brutal practice. She worked for white families, sewing dresses she would never wear, attending fittings in homes she could never claim. But sewing was different from field labor. It required trust, precision, reputation. Elizabeth learned how to listen, how to measure not just fabric, but people. Elizabeth began sewing beyond her required work at night, by candlelight. She saved coins others would have spent. She refused despair. She negotiated quietly to keep a portion of her earnings. That alone was dangerous. Her goal was radical: to purchase her freedom and her son's freedom, something the law allowed but society resisted. The price was enormous. The risk even greater. Years passed. Dresses were finished. Coins were hidden. Hope was guarded. And then the impossible happened. Elizabeth paid the price. Not metaphorically, literally. Freedom did not arrive with celebration. It arrived with exhaustion, with paperwork, with uncertainty, but it arrived. Elizabeth would leave Virginia. She would rise to prominence. She would dress powerful women. She would write her own story, but Lynchburg was where freedom was forged quietly, patiently, relentlessly. Elizabeth Keckley reminds us that heroism does not always break chains loudly. Sometimes it sews until chains fall away. Elizabeth Keckley teaches us that resistance does not always shout. Sometimes it sews. Thank you for listening to Episode 1, The Story of Elizabeth Keckley. This is Rooted in Revolution.